starting recording, you'll get a notification.
Yeah.
There you go.
Patty.
Okay, so I'm going to call the meeting to order, and folks, just give me a second here to set the table.
Yeah.
I have a hard stop at 3 o'clock, and the agenda calls for us to do public input, Bikuda update, approval of minutes, to do some staff updates at the end. So we have a very compressed timeline, and I really want to get going and kick this into gear because we're going to give Maple until 2:30. So the meeting is called to order. For board members, we have in attendance Brian, Dan, Laura, Holly, myself. Staff, we have Rob, Stan, and Christine. We have Alyssa as well.
Yes.
Okay, Christine, I'm going to turn it over to you to kick off the Maple. Actually, before I do that, are there any changes to the agenda as proposed or as listed?
Patty, I just wondered whether you had a structure for how we're going to walk through the Maple discussion.
Yep, Christine has a structure where she's going to walk us through.
Okay.
Yeah, the goal here is, we've worked with Maple. We've had.
Christine, don't go into it. I'm going to try to be as efficient as possible so we can get into the meat of the discussion.
All right, I'm just teeing it up here.
Okay.
So the Maple's going to take about 5 minutes to do a public intro, and then we want to go right into executive session to focus on the numbers. The focus here will be on the numbers and the models.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion that we approve the agenda as listed. Do I have a second?
Second.
Holly seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, with that, we are on number 2, Maple broadband presentation. And go ahead and tee us up, Christine.
Yep. So at this point, like I said before, we're going to have Maple do a kind of a 5-minute public intro, go into executive session, and really get into the meat of the numbers. So I'll turn it over to Maple at this point.
Okay, thank you. This is Magna Dodge speaking. I wanted to say I hope we take less than 5 minutes in the public portion, but I'd like to start by thanking both the board and the staff for persevering with us through what I think has been a long process for all of us, and we'd like to get to a conclusion here. So with that, Ellie's going to help move along the slides. I only have 2 of them. I just want to set the stage in terms of what the district is and where we are at this point. So we're 20-member towns, 17,319 addresses. We have the operating agreement with WCBT, as you all know, and we have a universal service plan where WCBT is responsible for universal service in its ILEC territory. We are responsible for universal service everywhere, and the district in total covers 5,898 underserved locations, 3,030 of those are Maple broadband, 2,877 of those are WCBT. And with that, I'd like to tell you where we are. Phase 1 construction set to begin the third quarter of 2002. We have cable for 200 miles of fiber. Network electronics and material deliveries are in progress. The network electronics are for 3 network hubs. The phase 1 make ready is underway, and we do not believe it will delay construction in any way, shape, or form. We opened construction bids on July 13th, and you'll hear more about that in the executive session. We have our first hub, location for our first hub. There's been an agreement that's been negotiated between the landowner and ourselves. That will be, presuming that or hoping that we get a construction grant, that will be signed on July 25th. The construction contract would be signed on August 1st, and that allows us to begin construction on or before September 10th. There's also a marketing contract with Pivot ready to be signed, awaiting approval of the construction grant. There is also an executive director who's been identified and has agreed to join us subsequent to the award of the construction grant. And I think when we're free to be able to reveal that name, you'll be very pleased with this. Be a big help to us in terms of moving things along. And so in conclusion, we are looking for $8.68 million for 180.6 miles of construction, which represents 1,789 addresses. And with that, I'd like to proceed to executive session so we can get into the analytical meat of the issues and address other concerns.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Magna. I'm going to make a motion that we move into executive session as the proprietary nature would impact Maple Broadband. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, we will leave this public session and head over to the executive session link. We'll see you in a little bit, folks.
Recording has started again. Let me get the board members profiled here. If you want to spotlight yourself, you can too.
Okay, we got everybody here? I think we do.
Do we have all board members?
Yep, Laura's here. Yep. We're good.
Okay. I'm gonna, no action was taken in executive session. We heard from Maple CUD on their proposal. We are now in open session, and I'm going to put a motion on the floor that we approve 8.68 million grant request to Maple CUD, conditioned on grant dollars not being used for served areas other than incidental overbuild. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Laura. Is there any further discussion? All right, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 is aye. Okay, Patty is an aye. Laura, you're an aye.
Yeah.
Holly, did you vote?
Yes. Aye.
Holly, you're a yes.
Yes, sorry. I didn't know my camera was off.
Okay. All those opposed, please say no.
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 Okay, we have 3 yeses and 2 nos. The grant is approved.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, everybody. I know
Yeah,
that
thanks
that
for
was a
leading
really,
through this. Yep.
I know that that was a very difficult discussion, but it was a very healthy discussion. And not all of these grants will be unanimous. To Maple Broadband, thank you very much for all your work, and speed be with you.
Patty, I have another board meeting starting in 3 minutes. I must go. Goodbye.
Okay, all right. Let the record note Holly is departed. Our regular scheduled meeting is to go to 3. Christine, I would like to try to do public input if we can.
Yep, let's go there. Let's go right for the public input. I send you weekly updates, so you got our updates in record.
Okay. Rob, can you lead us through public input?
Sure. Do we have any public comment? If so, raise your hands, or if no one else has, speak up and I'll put you on video. I'm not seeing anybody at this point. Okay, going once. Is there any public comment? No public comment then. Oh, wait a second. Laura. Laura has public comment.
No, if we're done with
Or you're
public
just
comment,
waving.
I'm asking Patty if, just for a
Okay.
quick second, if we're done with public comment. You're muted, Patty.
If we're done with public comment.
Sorry, yes, we are done with public comment.
Okay. May I be recognized for 1 minute?
You have the
Okay.
floor, Laura.
Patty, just bringing forward an idea that I communicated both to you and Christine, and hoping that we can put this on a subsequent agenda about potentially documenting the work that is going on in the state and in all of our communities with this build out. Hoping that will be on an agenda soon.
Thank you very much for bringing that up. I think that's a fantastic idea. The idea is to cameras document bring this story to life visually and whatever media, in terms of how we hire this out. But I think it's a fabulous idea. And we'll put that on for a future agenda.
Yep, I'll make sure, put that in the parking lot.
Okay. What else was on our agenda? I'm trying to pull that up. We can take action. I want to move that we approve the minutes of July 1st.
I don't think we can if Holly left.
No, you still got a quorum. Oh, yeah, she wasn't.
Present.
Other
A
people
quorum
there.
who was, Alyssa, is it a quorum who was there? Is that what you're going?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we'll skip the approval of minutes. We only have one more minute, so I'm not going to ask for a VCUDA update. And that way we can close on time. Christine, when is the next scheduled meeting?
August 11th, correct, Alyssa?
We have a question for if we're gonna do something July 25th, a working meeting, if we have anything to do with no decisions. August 8th is the next
August.
I see on the calendar for a decision meeting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Patty,
we'll
I've been hanging out in this meeting for over 45 minutes to do a VCUDA update, but thanks anyway.
Okay. All right. I'm happy if the board members can stay on past 3 o'clock, I'm happy to extend the meeting.
I have a 3 o'clock call with an attorney.
I can stay on.
Laura and Brian, can you
Sorry.
stay on?
I have to pop at 3. I've got a conference call.
I think he jumped off anyways.
Okay. Christine, please express my apologies to FX.
I will.
The nature of the beast is we needed to spend the time on Maple.
Well, obviously this was important, so.
Exactly. All right, I move that we adjourn. It's 3 o'clock.
Second.
Second, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Any
Thank you.
opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations, Magna.